So the playful sanguine, they have a feeling or communication instinct. These sanguines mu Luganda baba considering nga ab'omukika kya Wankima. The monkeys, the monkeys are always playful. I believe we all understand. The monkeys are playful. You'll never, unless it is sick, that is when you see a monkey sad. You get? Unless it is sick. But a monkey, at least even if it is just a leaf, you see it playing around with just one single leaf. So these are what? Are playful. Even before we go ahead. For the sanguines, what are some of the things that you can see and you define that this is a sanguine, this person is a sanguine? Yes. Associate with everyone feeling. The what? They overtalk. Okay, they talk about everything. True. Mark. Okakaso kya nti nno omwana maniye wa mukika kya Nkima bawa Wankima.
It's already playful sound. Okay. They also think about others.
You think about others?
Yes. Like, is he or she also enjoying what I'm enjoying? Or is he also bothered about what I'm talking about or something?
So, the playful sanguines, for them, the traits, the traits that they do have is all what you say that they're always happy. The other previous slide was for cholerics. We're just trying to do a recap before we went on to this. So now it's the slide for the playful sanguines. These people, how you can be able to know that this is a sanguine? First of all, even before we go to the slides, these guys are talkative. These guys are what? Are always happy. Yo jamulaba omusangi nga, in fact, ebiseera ebisinga abateekawo nnyo nga aba welcoming abagenyi kubanga baba basanyufu saawa bina basanyufu bo 24/7 basanyufu. Tutegeera those guys are always what? Happy, and they are always outgoing. Obudankowe buntu bwabwe bupatepate obwo babwagala babukubira ddala because they love fun. They are people of fun. You understand? So these guys, they are quick to decide. Ate oluusi bambi abawala kibasudde mu buzibu. Kyekituufu. Because they are quick to decide, they want this. Bagala nnyo kano kaki ka happiness akamangu mangu kati bambi. Because of quick decisions, they may end up deciding what? Very fast. We shall see what is the consequence of that under their struggles. And they are very social. They love being around people. They are spontaneous. They are optimistic. All that is a what? A sanguine. They are idealistic. You get? lives in an immediate present. For them, they want this present life. Towagamba mbu ate yesterday kyawadde bwesti. No, they forgot about yesterday. They are now in the present. Tomorrow is not about their thing. They want to live today. They will say, I'm living today and I know what I'm going to do is purposely meant to be for today. These guys are most times extroverts. And they are a true definition of an extrovert. Sanguines are a true definition of an extrovert. Remember what we talked about extroverts in the beginning. Okay? So these guys, because of that, they always look for the source of happiness that they need. They'll always look out for that source of happiness. Even from others. They'll always create that situation. I had friends, and in fact up to now I have friends who are sanguines. And they've driven me that way somehow, somewhere. I was one person who could come and sit in a corner, keep quiet, observe everything, look at whatever is happening, then move out of the class and go. But I don't know. Anyway, I believe it is in God's making that most of the friends I've got, most of girls, they are sanguines. I've had 3 typical sanguines befriending them to an extent that they'll push in a direction. When they find you keeping quiet, they'll create a situation to have you talk, laugh, or have an outing with them. I wasn't a person of tambla out of the blue. I'm just walking, looking at this. I wasn't good at that, but now I can do it. Why? It is simply because I have learned to associate with these people. And I've gone ahead to appreciate who they are in the way that they are now driving me to go away from one of my struggles, to now appreciate that these persons are, in actual sense, important in what? In my life or in our life. So because of that, we have that trait of the sanguines. At least in a place, you may need to have a sanguine to feel entertained, not to feel bored. In such a situation, you like them for the way they are. So, because of that, they have what we call their strengths. We get it? And some of their strengths that they are good communicators or connectors, because they can have everyone put on board. Then they are good at communicating. Have you ever seen an MC who is boring? You ever see an MC who is boring? MC waba boa. They never looked out for the right person. That is the challenge. Some people are best batasobola. I cannot go ahead and be an MC. I know my personality and my temperament. I cannot be an MC. I can be a good modulator, but I cannot MC on a function or I'm good at modulating. I can say using ambanti kino kyagala mu budde bwe buti. Okyagala kya dakiika bwe ziti. Nja kikolera bulungi nnyo. Ugambe n'okugamba nti sebo ne dakiika wafiseewo. You me to come and entertain you. I can crack a little of the jokes. I can crack some jokes. I know I can do that. Somewhere, somehow. Now I cannot continuously crack what? Jokes. I cannot continuously make you happy. Kalamba, nedda. I'm just developing that. But simply because of the friends I do have. And I'm realizing what I didn't know I'm good at. So these guys, when you need a good communicator, I can give an example in church here. The perfect sanguine, not a perfect, but at least a sanguine I know in our churches, Elder Mubiru Kevin Roland. That one is a typical sanguine, Mukade Sam. He has that trait of a sanguine. But at least the one who is having it as a dominant one is Elder Mubiru Kelvin Roland. That one, ne waba yogera bwogezi, ojja manya kadde leero ky'otukoze. Ojja kumanya nti is a typical sekwanga. He's jolly. Even what he's speaking always akyogeza ki sanyi. Kitegedde. So try to look around. Who is this typical sanguine I can see? An example I can give. Vivian nani? Namboga Vivian. Mumani. We know her. See what she did? Also, she has that trait of what? Of a sanguine because of being happy. Most times, ani omulala gwetinza okuwa. Eldogwal. Now Eldogwal actually brings out a good communicator. If you want to be introduced well and you feel that you've been introduced, bring Eldogwal or bring Elder Mutonto, Dennis. So those are what? Sanguines, and they can communicate. Social, they have this social glue because they are good at associating with people. A sanguine, oba oyagala omuwulire ng'anyiize gwe mujja awali abantu omuteeke mugambe beera awo. Man, they feel like at least you are like giving them out to go and date than putting them aside as having people around. These guys are good at associating with people. And because of that, they are playful most of the times. Because of being happy, they are playful. Monkeys are our good examples. These guys are playful. A sanguine will always play. Why? Because he's good at making fun. Eyagala bimusanyusa abeerawo mu bulamu bwa leero. Tomukalubiriza mbu ate tomorrow these guys are always what? Empathetic. Empathetic in a way that they feel for others. Together. You know, there's a difference between you being sympathetic and empathetic. Take a scenario that you can being empathetic. You can take up an image of, if I was in this person's what? Shoe. If I was this person, so these guys are empathetic. And they are always encouraging. Because they live in the present, they know, that will happen. Kijja kuba bulungi gwe tukole kinene. They always give you that hope. At times it can even be false hope. Because for them they believe it can happen right now. They don't think about what is going to happen tomorrow. Those are the what? The sanguines. They are good, great promoters. Mwalimu mulabe yakuba akalawo nga talina bigambo. Can you make an advertisement if you cannot make fun? So these are sanguines. A good example, we all, at one time we've ever listened to Radio Simba. Those guys are good at making what? Adverts. And those, the guy is going to his 60s in terms of age. Naye, akalango kanda usinga kaise ku radio. Newo batayagala kujjojja. Ekitegeera, ateekamu ekirungo kyonna ky'obeera n'ogamba. Ne wemba ntunda ki tekisobola kugaanira katale. Nga Nawusi yagambye kankutundire sabbuuni. Ajja kugamba no sabbuuni w'omwekuuta naye. Oba waddeko n'ensundo yonna. okeera ku makya evuddeko naye nga nakyo sense eba evuddeko naye nga kutereddewo embeera nti nno kankubira akalango okole ki okitegeere. So these guys are good at promoting something. You get? No wonder if you want to have a good fundraising ceremony, bring a sanguine. Ogambe nti no sanguine ono gwe njagala akole kino. Elda Mubiru oyagala kubira ekintu kya youth ministry gwe muleete ajja kuwa story yo someone ye ejje nga yekwata ku mubiri agambe maaso, nnyindo, kamwa, I'll be rating to give you a clear image. Nenga the way he's presenting that message in terms of what you need to understand about the youth ministry, you leave at the end of the day appreciating. You're happy, you're not bored, you're appreciating what he does, what he speaks about. So because of that, they can make friends easily, because everyone will need this sanguine in our life. Ajagamba, at one moment I want to be happy, so I need a sanguine in my life. We together? And they are going to motivate us. Sanguines are good at motivating, but they cannot perform at times. That is one of their weakness.
They push you to do things.
They may push you to do things when they are not good at doing them. So that's why I want to go, you need to understand who you are, you need to understand who the other person is, and get to know how can I go hand in hand with this person. Those are some of the strengths that we can look at. You will go back and read them in details. I'll share the notes, and then I'll also share something else that you read, and then you also look at other ideas. Another assignment concerning that. Another assignment: identify two Bible characters. Identify two Bible characters possessing one choleric, temperament. Second, sanguine. Third, melancholic. Sanguine, choleric, melancholic, or a melancholy. Then phlegmatic. We are supposed to have them in details, but that will be spoon feeding, yeah? When I give you all. So you're going to do some research also. I can't have it all discussed. What are some of the struggles of these sanguines? They have no sense of time. They have no sense of what? They believe every time can be for fun, can be for plays. Yeah, what I'm controlling, if you don't control this person, there is nothing you've done. These guys can be loud, like they make noise, they can be loud, that you cannot tolerate them. That is their weakness. Why? These guys are happy, they are playful, and they are good at talking. Man, I have a friend, yeah. Otamkomako kwogera toyogera. That is actually, but I've got to learn. When I'm to talk, I first do. And I create a situation whereby I pause and I tell you, Kati yogera. After that, can yogere. I'm not trying to limit. At one moment, angamba, hey man, Silas, don't put the kwogera. Because I know when she begins speaking, muganda ajja kwogera. And I'll end up saying, nze yakubye simu gwe yakubye. So such people, you need to control them because they cannot control themselves when they begin what? Speaking. So often speaks without thinking. Ajja kwogera ekirugira mu mutwe. Kyayogera. That is their weakness. They do not think because they are always spontaneous in what? In terms of speaking. Not trying to think of that person. An example we can look at Simon Peter in the Bible. That God told him, before the cock crows, you will have what? Denied me 3 times. But before that, what did he say? It can't happen. In fact, even the person who abanakwatako nzajja okukola ki? Okubalumba. The guy was saying, I'm going to be supported, I'm going to be there. Then he tried. But then Jesus told him, Simon, you're saying all this, but you're just speaking it now. But before the cock crows, you have denied me 3 what? How long did it take when Jesus was captured? And then there was some small girl around who said, but even this one.
But he tried defending Jesus.
Well, he tried, but what we are saying.
I think he was demotivated by.
This is what I'm trying to say. For him himself, he thought he would stand by what he think. He never. When God told him, can you be able to stand even in the hard times? And he said yes. Immediately said yes because he never thought of what hard times are coming. And he said, I'll actually be there, I'll even do this. And even he tried to do what? To cut off one of the guard's ears. Because he acted very fast and never thought of his acts. Now when the cock crowed 3 times and Jesus had told him, man, you're going to deny me 3 times. What happened? The man went behind the doors and he had to cry seriously. And now he began to think cognitively, thinking of what he had been told previously. But what caused him to do that? He never thought when he was speaking. So that he's actually one of the sanguines we can talk about in the Bible. You get? And these guys, they get bored easily. There are people who love fun. Now here they get bored easily. So which means they want to experience new episodes every single day. They can begin something initially, but they can get bored easily. So they want to experience new things every now and then. A sanguine cannot do the same thing repetitive. They get bored. The bad thing even in a relationship, sanguines are always jumping. I now talk this out of not experience, out of seeing it. Not out of experience. I'm not a sanguine, but I know of a friend who is a sanguine, and bam, relationships have not been good on her side. Why? She cannot keep along with this person for long. She wants to feel that she wants to have a new guy every single day. Agambe, I want to have a new experience. Njagala funa yakapya. Shegera, kati gwe maka wawe jangu. Mutwale outing, olero omutute ku Serena. Oba mweziri. Nenjo omuzeeyo. Nenjo neruli omuzeeyo. Etulinayo kafo kapya. Mugambe ne wano wensobola. Yagamba gwomboye nafunayo omulala. That is a weakness. They are unreliable, can make promises and not follow through with them. Kino nakyo nkirabye. They can promise you, like I'm going to do this. Little do they know that they've forgotten what they've promised. They are good at promising and they do not fulfill promises. That is them. Understand them the way they are. That is their weakness. How are you helping them? Zembayamba as a person. I tell them, you promised me this. When are you performing it? In the long run, Mgamba, you promised me this, but you cannot stick on to it. Plainly, I call a spoon, a spade, a spade. Era ze bamanyi mikwano gyange bali trade eyo. I tell you the fact. Stop promising me what you cannot fulfill. Because I know I promise and fulfill. I can't promise what I cannot fulfill. I fear that as me. So I try at least to drive you in that direction. So sanguines Bambi, they are that way. They are undisciplined. That is the bad part. They are undisciplined. I don't know whether it is true, but they tell us they are undisciplined. How? First of all, discipline begins in the way you behave. How do you manage your time? How do you do things? Can you now how we can see that they are undisciplined? Ajja kujja n'atuwoganire tafuddeyo kumanya kino waliwo weetaaga okusirika awetaaga okusirika tasirika ayogererawo kitegeera ye muntu w'ojogamba I'm speaking ajje replying. They have a lot of commercial breaks. You're speaking something ne bayitawo akantu akali funny kitegeera. To them they feel it is normal. But how the world perceives it, or how other people perceive it, it is indiscipline. We get? I don't know whether I'm trying to explain this stuff of being undisciplined.
Yes. Me, I have a friend. Whenever maybe you tell a story and you bring a joke here, you can laugh and slap it. Yeah, slap it. And you can even get another. Something.
So they are indisciplined in that case. They are good at setting goals and not following through. They can give you that self-confidence in our Gambia. They have that false hope, yeah? They can create. When it fails, they are out. No wonder they find some task-oriented person, and this task-oriented person now call an our program, and you don't follow it. You say, singer, that's why you're going to find a sanguine and a sanguine. When they are friends, they may fail to develop something. Why we don't tell you serious? Oh God, we don't have a wasaga usazi. Tukigezeeko era kitandikako ne kigaana you get? So we need to understand these people. Oyinza okubeera ng'oli awo ng'oli sange ngoma amaani ntandiseeko ebyo ne simalirizaangako kintu. That's why Jesus stressed a point on Simon Peter. Yamuyita emirundi emeka? 3 times. Peter, Simon Peter, do you love me? And he said yes. Simon Peter, do you love me? Said yes. Simon Peter, do you love me? Then Peter had to keep quiet and sense. Why? Is God asking me 3 times. Then he replied still a positive answer. Jesus told him, bw'okyukanga nyweza ki baganda bo. When you change, encourage your what? Your brethren. Why was it like that? He knew Peter. Yali muntu asaaga. He was a sanguine. At any one point, he could leave track. You get? But then he knew at one time, because he had promised them the Holy Spirit. At one time, he was to change and be guided. We're getting it? So in terms of that, we see that these brethren of ours, the sanguines, we need to guide them. At times they fall off track. I've seen sanguines whom, when you've guided, you've reminded of their duties, and they get to know that, oh, I need to do this. I said and I never got it. They've proved out to be very fine and very good at things. So these guys, because of that, we need to help them out in terms of having them perform better. Have we tried to exhaust the sanguines? Can we now get to know how we can relate with such people? All right, those are their struggles. We have now the peaceful, phlegmatic. The peaceful phlegmatic.